Hey folks, Nas here. Another episode of the No Man's Sky Singularity Expedition. So we are actually starting on phase 2. Actually, I had to hop in my ship. There was a firewall, so I didn't want to try and record with that starting there. Let's go into the escape, go to the expedition. So you can see that we completed phase 1, so now we want to click on phase 2, make sure that we have selected pilgrimage 2. So we actually need to go reach the second rendezvous point. But before we actually do that, we are going to loot this little area here. Check all the wheelbarrows. Now you can see there's a different weapon in here, Defiance of Clarity. So if you want, you can check that. It may be a better tool than what you currently have. Now, I have not added any of my slot upgrades yet. I will do that eventually. Kind of want to see if I can get a better weapon first, or even possibly a better ship, because since we are in another camp, we can actually use the machine here to unlock the weapon and use the machine to search for another ship. So let's go ahead and actually use the interface here. Our shells consumed by fire, our minds purged by betrayal, banished to the glass beneath, forgotten by creation. But no longer, we are given life as gives life to themselves. We shall create ourselves in our own image. The terminal repeats this message endlessly, a loop chanted out across its circuits. A strange interface glows with a familiar sequence of glyphs. Scan memory registers. Again, you're going to need your pen and paper so you can actually write down your answers if you have a tendency to have short-term memory. So 22 minus 6 is 16. And then we've got 1 plus 4 is 5. 7 plus 4 is 11. As long as you do your math right, you should be good. Now, I do have my pen and paper in front of me because with me talking, I have a tendency to forget the numbers that I just figured out. Alrighty, so we've got 16. We go to the middle glyph here. We've got 5. There it is. And for the third glyph, we have 11. So go down and go to 11. If you got it right, you get the next message and stuff. If not, you got to do it again. Compliance, access granted, harmony awaits you. Lift, lockdown. Terminal buzzes, discordant, but its circuits do appear to comply with my request. Whatever force was locking down this camp has been lifted. With the lockdown lifted, the terminal spits out blueprints for a piece of hybrid jetpack technology. Nice. A fusion of Sentinel and something else, something familiar and yet distant. Ooh, a rare find. Turbo jet. Nice. Turbo jet. Where did that go? This? No, I know it's not that. May have to access that through the Quicksilver vendor. Let's see. Deactivate multi-tool seal. Good. Now we can walk over here and check this weapon here. It's more like a pistol. That's a B class. I think our other one was a C class. But it does not appear to have as many slots open on it. So we can compare it and take it if we want to. I think I'm going to skip it. And then we can also go back to the interface again. And we can locate a dissonance spike, which is going to be another ship. Now this is where you can actually make a little bit of money early in the game, or early in the expedition, is actually claiming another ship and then taking it to the space station and scrapping it. Whichever one is the lesser quality ship. Speaking of ships, where's mine? Well, this is my ship. Well, that's interesting. Landed pilot? There's a landed pilot in my ship? What do you mean? that can't be right. Get out of my ship, dude. All right. So, complete the pilgrimage to, we got to reach the next destination, which is going to be off planet. But, so before we leave, let's go check out this other ship and see what kind of ship it is and do the stuff to acquire it. Alrighty. Let's get down here and find a little place to land. Landing area not clear. How come? Where's the ship? Oh, there it is. Maybe this little area. There we go. I guess it didn't want me parking on the side of the hill. I had to carve the hill out just to put this thing here. All right, so this one here. Oh, look at that. See, this is an A class. Nice. So we can definitely take this one and then we can scrap that one. So this one's going to be a little bit better ship. Alrighty, let's go through. Where's the... There it is. And let's pick up the items. Actually, I'm going to put some of these in my ship. Too weak for the distance for the inverted mirror. Alright. Let me hop back in the ship. Looks like it's going to be behind us a little bit. Alrighty, here we go. I found one. Man, it's quite a ways, actually. Let's land. Alrighty, so we have to engage the guy again with the little purple fin above his head. He's going to give us the mirror. Wow, volcano blast there. Alright, let's just get up here and get this done. Alright, there's our mirror. Go ahead and get a little of these guys here. Get rid of that. We're going to run away for a minute and see if we can lose them. Boom. There we go. We lost them. Let's see. Can we... So we got the mirror. We got all the other stuff apparently. So now the brain is blinking so we can actually do the probe. And there's our ancient site to where we go and calm the brain. We're going to hop out. We're going to go up here and we're going to do the same thing we did last time to calm the brain. I'm not going to read this because it's all going to be the same thing again. So you just go through, present the brain. Yep, it's hot. Almost dropped it. And there we go, harmonic brain. So now we can hop down, get back in our ship. We go back to the other ship. Alright, it wants us to park on the beach right here. There we go. Now let's go back over here. Select that. Pilot interface. There we go. Now we've got this one here. This is an A class. It's going to have a few more slots open. It's going to have a little bit higher range. But you can see here that the A class it's all green on this side, so everything is better than the base values. Now granted, my hyperdrive range, I've increased that because I've added a upgrade to it. But the base is still higher. So what we can do is we can claim the ship. I'm not going to swap it. We're going to claim the ship because we can have multiple ships in our pocket, basically. Then what I want to do, and what I should have done before I closed that window, was actually transfer some stuff over. But not to worry. We can still do that. So we're going to take all of this stuff here and we're going to transfer it into the new ship because we're going to get rid of this ship. So let me do that real quick and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I transferred all my stuff out of my cargo. Now what I want to do is make sure that I'm getting the items that I added to the technology. So like this harmonic isolator here, you can see in the bottom of that description it says X to store. We're going to hit X. We're going to bring it over to our exosuit and drop it in there. Go back to Starship. We'll want to make sure that we get our teleport receiver. You can do X again. Again, put it in your exosuit. And I believe that was everything that we added to it. Everything else that we see here came with the new ship. So now, the glass soul YY is fairly empty. It's pretty much how we found it. So now we're going to go back over here. We're going to install that stuff in this ship. Hit tab to open that. We're going to go back into our exosuit and we're going to go E to install. Drop that in there. You can actually organize your stuff if you want to. Oh, it's already got a teleport receiver in it. Nice. And it has an economy scanner. Oh man, that is awesome. Then we want to make sure to go in to the Crimson Core. Let's grab these warp cells and drop those in there. That way we've got some warp fuel in there. Okay. Hop back out. So that's our new ship. That's our A-class ship right there. So this is the ship that we're actually going to scrap. So we're going to hop back in our original ship, our B class. You can see here, it's our B class. And we're going to fly this up to the space station. So let me take off and let me head up to the space station and I will see you folks when I get there. Alrighty, we are at the space station. Now what you want to do is come up here onto this side. So there's your ship. Come over here. If you haven't gotten your upgrade yet, get your upgrade. Otherwise, go to the Starship outfitting, open it up. You can see there's the glassy soul. We want to scrap for worth. You can see we're going to get 45,000 units or 45 million units out of that ship. So we're going to claim scrap. And then we're going to claim scrap again. And then you're going to get a bunch of components. You can see them popping up on the screen there. And then your original ship will pop back in. Now, what you can do, if you have the open slots, which looks like I only have maybe 8 slots. I don't know if I have enough to do this. But I'm actually going to scrap my first ship as well. Now, you're not going to get near as much money. You can see it's only 3 million units for that. But we're going to scrap that. It looks like, yeah, it's going to let us do it. So we have enough space. If you didn't have enough space, it wouldn't let you do it. Then you can come over here to this guy here. Get through his stuff. Purchase upgrade modules. Go to sell. And then you can sell everything you don't want. So if you want to keep the hyperdrive modules, you can. You can keep the photon cannon modules if you want, but I'm actually going to scrap all of those. I'll keep the B class, the teleport receiver. We already have a teleport receiver in the new ship, so I can actually scrap that as well. Then we can come back here into the back area. Now, I'll show you real quick. That's the ship we just picked up. So we haven't lost a ship. We still have a ship. But well, let's go back here into this back area. There is a trade terminal right here. We'll open the trade terminal, go to sell, make sure that you're on your exosuit, which you should be by default. And then you want to find the little items like this right here. You can see this one's worth 6 million. So we're going to just click that to sell it. And then we'll scroll down and find the next one, spool of nano cables. Your stuff might be something a little bit different. Just look for it. Because it'll be things you haven't collected, obviously. There's nothing on that page. And then the last 2 pages here, we got the subatomic regulators for 5 million. And then the Starship AI valves for 36 million. There we go. Now we can open our inventory and you can see now we have 49 million units just by selling those 2 ships. So we had less than 100,000 units when we started or came to the space station. Now we've got 49 million. So now, whoops, I should have just stayed there. Now, if there's something that these terminals have at the space stations that you need, you can actually go. So like if you needed cobalt, you can buy all the cobalt. If you needed microprocessors or hydraulic wiring or wiring looms, matter of fact, let's not pick up all of them. Let's say we pick up 10 or something, but there's 500,000 units just for those 10 wiring loom if we need them. I'm actually not going to buy those, but ferrite dust, that's easy to get, but it's only 11,000 units. Might as well buy it every time we come to it. The tritium, I don't need any of that. But now you got money, you can actually buy stuff that you need as long as it's available at the trade terminals. Alrighty, we're going to hop in and out of our ship again. Create a save. And then you can go in and you can straighten up your organization. We've got storage augmentations here, which you can actually use. We can actually do that. I'm going to use the one on my ship, but I'm going to see if I can find an A-class weapon over the next couple of phases and stuff. Now, if you come up here, go to the exosuit, and then you'll see here that you got the free upgrades. I typically like to use the free upgrades on technology. There we go. And then I'll go through and I'll buy the cargo slot upgrades. But let me go through. I'm going to do my modify my appearance real quick, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, there we go. Got my appearance changed. Exit out of that, save, and then that is our new jetpack that we had picked up at the last little camp that we were at. So now, go back in, go to the expedition, make sure your objective for the first objective for the phase 2 is active. You see it right down here. Then we want to head out into space. Actually, I should have hopped in and out to save, but that's okay. Open the galaxy map with M. Expedition route. Right click to free it up. Back arrow key to reacquire the expedition route. And you can see with the new ship, we can actually jump all the way to this. Well, 260 light years. We probably could have done it with the original ship. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump to the next system. Now, when you get into the system, before going to the rendezvous point, always go to the space station. Also, I wanted to look at this. The photon cannon upgrade. I think, yes, it will actually boost the Sentinel cannon. Not by much, but it will. And then we have another upgrade right here. We can actually drop it. Oh, we can't. That slot's not open. We'll put it behind the other one. So what does that do? Another fire rate and heat distribution. Okay, so that gives us a little more damage. We're up to 6,572 damage. All right, we're going to hop out of there. We're going to come over here, go get your storage expansion slot. Visit the trade terminal and purchase anything that you may need that they have. And then we're going to head out again. So I'll be back in just a moment. Alrighty, one thing I forgot to show you is storage augmentation. So you've got you're going to be collecting storage slots to unlock and everything. So you can actually upgrade Starship from the same machine that you were salvaging. So we are actually going to upgrade, apply augmentation, and then you can choose whether you apply the augmentations to your technologies tab or whether you apply them to your cargo tab. So because I've got quite a bit open on the technology, I'm going to add it to the cargo. There we go. Ship inventory size increased. Alrighty, now we can head out after you've gotten all of your stuff. We're going to the rendezvous point. Alrighty, we reached our second approximate location for the rendezvous point. We're going to land. We're going to hop out. First contact, yay. And then we're going to do the sweep. Again, we're a long ways from it, but it is this direction. So it looks like it's going to be northeast. We should be able to hop back in our ship and kind of head that direction. Take off. And let's spin it around a little bit. And northeast. So it should be this way a little bit. They don't want to go too far. I am looking around. Is that going to be it up there? That just might be it. Okay, let's see if we can set this thing down. Jump out. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Now, if you can't find these, don't worry. You know, you can leave your ship parked where it was and then, you know, kind of fly around. But these mountains are kind of a pain in the butt to traverse. But you can actually go and take your ship, fly up, kind of look around, see if you can locate it like I've been doing. Alrighty, let's go through, pick up your wheelbarrow scrap. And this looks like it's going to be the same weapon I currently have, but it's sealed. We got to unlock it. But right now, we need to do this. This is our objective. The Scrappers' camp is much like the first half-built machine's abandoned attempt at new technology, the unwanted or unprofitable remains of countless salvage operations. Which of these categories did the autophage belong to? We're going to probe the damaged registers. Make sure you have your pen and paper handy. We got 6 plus 1 is 7. 15 minus 2 is 13. And 3 minus 1 is 2. Then we're going to click return. This is going to tell us the same thing we just read. We're going to attempt the memory repair. And then we're going to go into here. And we're going to choose 7. We're going to just go down and get 13. There it is. And I believe it was 2. Perfect. The light flickers on somewhere deep within the long abandoned circuits. Inaudibly, a lock is broken. Dump memory containers. Something hands to grasp. Something everything that was owed to us. Something robbed, betrayed, purged. Finalize download. I extract what I can from the autophage's decomposing memory. It appears to contain another set of construct schematics. So now we have the limb that we have to construct, and we do need wiring looms for that. And 3 carbon nanotubes. Okay, not a big deal. Get out of that. Escape. No, really. Escape. Go into the expedition. We have 2 rewards to collect because I didn't collect the first reward. 1,000 nanites. We can build a base computer now. So if you're looking at building a base, which I have done that in my first kind of playthrough of this, been putting quite a few hours into it. I think I've got like 20 hours in my first playthrough already. Let's see here. What are we doing? No, we can't make that because we don't have any wiring looms. Let's go back into here. We have a second reward we need to collect. And there's the limb and lubricants. We need Fecium and Gamma Root to create lubricant. And you will end up needing that later. Alrighty, I am going to scrap that. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to scrap that. We got another storage augmentation. I am going to put that in the Starship. Salvage data. I'll also put that in the Starship. Let's see. Suspicious packet. We're going to open that. I don't even know what I got out of that. I didn't see it give us anything. Starship module. Let's go ahead and shield. There it is. What is this here? Hyperdrive module. That's our hyperdrive, so we'll do that. So that's buffing all of that. And now our range is almost 1,200 light years or something. Let's see. What else? Can we put that in there? No, something's already in there. Let's pull that out. Put that in there. And whoop. Yeah, put that in there. And let's scrap that into here. Not scrap, but let's process that into ferrite. Just freeing up space. I'm going to get rid of that 4 runaway mold. What do we got here? Exosuit fragment. What is that going to give us? Okay, so that's buffing that. Finally, we got something to buff something. So that's good. And the Atlantium. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I know what I mean. We're going to put that in the Starship as well. I need to get rid of that at some point. There we go. Now we're kind of cleaned up a little bit. So Mordite. So when you kill animals, you get Mordite, and you can process Mordite into Fecium in your personal refiner. And then, of course, you can actually get raw ingredients for food, which you can consume, and it'll give you, as you can see there, next to E, consume, it'll give me 2% health back. So if you do take damage, you can eat some of that raw meat and get health back. Now, let's go here to the harmonic interface here and see about unlocking the new weapon. So I'm not going to read all of this. I'm going to go through, get the code, and unlock that box. You can also locate another dissonance spike and go get you another ship, scrap it, make some more money. We're not going to do that since we already did that in the beginning of the episode. But let's go over here and check this weapon. C-class weapon, same thing we already got. I'm not going to pick it up. Trying to find my ship. Alrighty, so we have to assemble the limbs. Now, what do we need for the limbs? We need 3 carbon nanotubes, which we can do that. Just click an empty spot, click a nanotube, E to craft 2 more, and then we need wiring loom. Okay, let's see. What is this? I don't know if we get wiring loom out of this or not. So I have this extra paralysis mortar unit, which I'm not going to use, but if we install it here, then if we hover over it, if you look at the bottom, we can dismantle it. We're going to get 1 hermetic seal, 1 dihydrogen jelly, and 1 wiring loom. Now you can see it popped up over here that we can construct the limb. So that worked out really well. We didn't actually have to go back to the space station to do that. So let's craft it in the Starship. And there's the limb. Bam. We got the limb. I'll drop it down here. Perfect. Tab to get out of that. Escape to get into the expedition. And now we get to collect a reward for that. Perfect. We get an ion battery, prepackaged hazmat gauntlet unit. Nice. Okay, so that's going to go on... Where'd it go? Prepackaged hazmat gauntlet. There it is. Let's click install, and we'll drop that right next to the personal refiner. That way we can get some of those bigger elements around on the planets and stuff. Now, what we want to do is we have to extract 16 radiant shards. And then we have to present the construct to the Atlas, which we can do that now, but might as well go around and try and find these radiant shards on this really crappy planet. It might even be better to go back to the original planet. You can go back to the space station and teleport back to the original planet. Let's see. There's a Radiance shard there, 500 something units away. Yeah, it was too late to scan that. This is a crappy frickin' planet to do anything on. All right. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the space station. We're going to go back to anywhere else but here. So let me fly up to the space station. I'll teleport back to, what was that, Delphine or something? I think that was our starting system. Alrighty, there we go, folks. Got the milestone for gathering the Radiant shards. I ended up coming back to the planet, this nasty frickin' mountainous planet, because I wanted to get that... yeah, I know. Are they going to be super mad at me? Hang on. I wanted to get that ship. No. Okay. I just wanted to grab those few extra shards. But I wanted to come back and get that ship before I left the system. I was afraid that once I left the system that it wouldn't stay. I don't know. So, because I hadn't picked up any of the items from it, the heart and stuff, I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff here. Really don't need, usually don't need all of that. But I ended up finding one of those little busted machines that are usually amongst the little shards. And it ended up giving me 10 of those inverted mirrors. So let's go in and get our rewards. So there's the reward for collecting the 16 Radiant shards. We're going to get a prepackaged optical drill unit. Nice. Mining beam upgrade. Hazard protection upgrade. Okay, that's good. Very cool. And then I saw that we had another reward in there to pick up. So phase 3, cluster horde. Oh, earn 3,000 nanites. Nice. Okay. I'm just scanning stuff and everything. I got some nanites. Oh, I've been breaking down the runaway mold. That's what it was. Okay, very cool. What do we get here? Terrifying sample. I think that actually sells for quite a bit of coin. Let's see. Prepackaged launched auto charging unit. Nice. So that'll auto charge our launch thrusters and stuff. Let me go over here. I saw this sodium. Let's pick up the sodium, and then I got to get back to my ship. I'll pick up that ship and I can scrap it later. But let me get back to the ship. Let's go in first, go back to phase 2, and we got to go and commune with the Atlas. So I'm going to get back to my ship and head to space so we can commune with the Atlas. Alrighty, folks, I just scrapped that other ship and I'm getting ready to sell off the items that I got from it. Let's see here. There's the floppy eye that we got from the quest itself. You can sell it. It sells for 1.023 million. 1.1 million. So you sell that. You don't really need it. I'm going to sell these Starship valves and the compressed indium scraps. Open the inventory. You can see now I'm up to 95 million units. So getting money in the expedition is actually pretty easy. I would imagine even outside the expedition is still easy as well. Don't really have to do a whole lot of farming as long as you find these ships. Actually, let me see if they have anything I need to buy real quick before we take off. Alrighty, let's head back out into space. Let's make sure that our quest is selected. Let's see, phase 2, commune with the Atlas. Galaxy map, and then follow the mission path. So M to open your galaxy map. Current mission. Right click to free it up. Back arrow button for the current mission, and then there's the Atlas down there. Highlight it and jump. All right, let's see if we can head inside the Atlas here. Landing sequence initiated. I'll end up going to the space station after we get done inside the Atlas here. What do we have left after we can... Okay, so we got to forge the next seed. And we've already done the Living Void, amassed 256 Atlantium. Matter of fact, I completed that while looking for those shards and getting the... no, actually, I completed that in the first episode, I think. I did. That's where I completed it. Alrighty, let's get in here and let's park our truck and head over here and talk to the Atlas. We were in the Atlas word for traveler. Grab up these little free warp cells. And let's talk to the Atlas. Why do I find myself here again? Why should the Atlas care about me, about my construct? Such an insignificance could scarcely register at the Atlas infinite scale. And yet, here I am. Present the construct parts. All creation is the language of the Atlas. It will not speak to me now, but everything I see, everything I hear, everything I choose to do, that is its message, its speech. Leave. Despite my doubts, the Atlas, this impossible serene machine, reacts. Does it speak to me, to the construct, to something else? Perhaps I will never know, but I will continue. Alrighty, and we got the Seed of Power now, which we do have the items to craft that, which is good. And we've got a new reward. Let's actually go in and choose the reward right here. 2 more warp hypercores. We got a lot of warp cores. And the schematic for the Seed of Power. Now we need to go in and craft the Seed of Power, which I'm going to craft in the starship since that's where we're storing it. Boom. Just like that. And there we go. Seed of Power complete. Alrighty, phase 2, new reward. We're going to collect that reward. Prepackaged neutron cannon unit, neutron cannon upgrade, and a field compressor unit. Go back in. Now we have completed phase 2. So we can actually collect those rewards for phase 2. We got the Crimson Freighter Tail and the Discordant Trail, excuse me. And a rare item found. Oh, that's the Discordant Trail. Very nice. Appearance modifier. Perfect. Neutron cannon, prepackaged P-field compressor unit. Very good. Well, alrighty, there we go. We got phase 2 complete. We're moving on to phase 3. If you folks have been enjoying these episodes, definitely hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. And we will see you in the next episode for phase 3 of the No Man's Sky Singularity Expedition. Again, you folks take care, and thank you to my members over here on the right of the screen. And we will see you in the next one.